Hey there, my name is Cijaye Depradine. I am the author of the upcoming book Knowledge to Profit and a longtime specialist in learning and development in the corporate, private, and startup industries as well as the college industry, and more specifically in the marketing field. I've worked with large organizations. I've also worked with individuals, and many of the individuals that I've worked with, I would say approximately 80% of those individuals have been in the personal development field. So when I was initially introduced to Jonathan and this healing concept of geo-love healing, I was naturally intrigued because I've been surrounded by individuals who've made remarkable differences in people's lives in ways that we can't even put into words, and sometimes in ways that the average everyday person wouldn't be able to believe until they experienced it. So I was really excited to go through this session with him, and we sat down and kicked it off in April 2016 in Sedona, which by itself is a very magical place. But what I found while I was going through the session with Jonathan is that he's remarkably talented. He has an incredible gift at this healing that he does. But more importantly, he has a gift at picking up what you're putting out. And you're not saying anything. You are following his lead through this session, or at least that's sort of how it was for me. So as Jonathan was telling me what it was that he wanted me to think about and what he wanted me to do with those thoughts, I was following along, taking his lead and running with it. Sure, I might have been skeptical had I not kind of experienced stuff like this before, but I was completely open. So I focused all of my attention on what he was doing, and that's a vital component to making sure that a session like this works for you. So I followed along very closely, and at the end of the session, what Jonathan did for me personally was tell me what it was that he was picking up from my thoughts and my feelings. And the almost very first thing that he said to me was that he had seen a vision of, or a visual of, the very first thought that I sort of released, and knew that was kind of one of those things that was anchoring me in my life and holding me back from a few things. So I was hooked. As soon as he said that he saw this, I was overwhelmed with emotions. And I have to say that since this session with him, I have felt incredibly light. It's as though I released more than I can even put into words, more than I can even consciously be aware of. But I know without a doubt that Jonathan worked magic on me. And I know that that work was a very large contributor to my securing an incredibly large 5-figure contract, and quite likely some more to come. So Jonathan, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much. I cannot say just how much you affected me, and in a positive way, because again, I can't put it all into words, but I hope that those who are seeking a release in their lives, or seeking a way forward in their lives, or looking to break through something, that they follow your light and trust that you will honor and respect and hold their deepest thoughts and feelings in complete confidentiality, like you did with me, and keep that as a sacred space for them so that they can release and feel good about that release. So again, I thank you, and I really do wish you all of the best. I know you will be a tremendous success at this because I've seen it firsthand, I felt it firsthand, and I cannot thank you enough. That's all I've got. Thank you again. Take care.